Hey there, my name is Ryan and I worked as a Vivint rep during summer 2016 under regional manager Ken Yim. And in fact, this hat, Ken gave it to me after I dropped my first two bomb. Good times. So the reason I'm sharing this video with you today is because I want to show you how the skills you learn during the Vivint summer program are skills you can't learn anywhere else, and skills that are so valuable in the marketplace today. So, enjoy the story. Have you ever felt like you just weren't good enough to get that job? Well, I have. And if you've ever felt the same way, I'm sure you'll love the story I'm about to tell you. I applied for sales internships at many great companies, but none of them would accept me as I had no experience. But rather than complain about it, I decided that if I wasn't good enough this year, I'd become so good next year that they wouldn't be able to ignore me. So I made a plan with 4 steps. 1. I worked an entry-level job to gain experience, but it had to be something different to make my story compelling, so I worked in the toughest job in business, door-to-door sales. 100% commission, 6 days a week, traveling across Canada, and man, that job showed me what it truly meant to work hard. 2. To prove my skills, I competed in university competitions. I didn't get first place in any of them, but a silver medal and a semi-finalist position was enough to prove my point. 3. 4. After all this work, I bet 20 of my friends that if I did not land this internship, I would shave my head. And so 1 year later, with 4 months of experience, 2 competitions, 6 books, and 1 ridiculous business student bet, I applied again for the same internship. The website still had my old rejected application on file. I thought that was pretty ridiculous, so I made a post about it on LinkedIn. Turns out the recruiter noticed. 3 weeks later, I received a phone call from a recruiter. He says he prepared a bunch of interview questions, but based on my LinkedIn profile, he feels like I'm already a pretty good fit for the job. Little did he know, I spent the last year crafting that page, so he could say that. I'm called in for the 3rd and final interview. Among 2,000 applicants in Canada, they filter us down to 20 candidates in the room today, with only 10 positions available. The interview includes delivering a 60-second company pitch. I've recorded my pitch 7 times last night. I deliver the pitch from my heart without a single stutter. I sit down for the interview. With my iPad, I show the interviewer an Excel sheet of how hard I worked last summer, tracking my progress each day, and a photograph of the competition I won last week. He seems impressed, but he doesn't really show it. The interview finishes and I take the elevator down, and a sensation of pure bliss pours from my mind knowing that I did my best. Queen's Commerce, Western Ivy, Schulich, Rotman, and then there's me from Ryerson. They're smart, but I cannot imagine anyone else who had prepared more for that interview than I did. And so I went home praying to the spirit of Stephen Murphy that this Ryerson underdog could fulfill his destiny of going from door-to-door sales to Fortune 500 business development. And 1 week later, I got an email.